It's ridiculous, isn't it? They always told us it was the most obvious thing. I heard that a million times. But I never dreamed it was actually the most obvious thing. So you see, it's the difficulty is not that this thing is so complicated and so distant, is it?
No.
It's just the opposite, isn't it?
Yes.
It's so simple. And so it's so simple and so here. It's not distant, it's right here.
Yes.
Yeah. That is that's the way this thing works.
Right.
Because see, this is I sometimes call this the backwards teaching. And let's look at and see where that comes from. Because the thing that you had to come to see, because I know what you came here for. I came here for the same thing. I came for the same thing. Every client I've ever had has come for the same thing, which is that you came here so that I would wake up John.
Yes.
Because then there would be an awake John.
Right.
But there is no John, is there?
No.
So we didn't wake up a John. We woke you up instead, didn't we?
Right. Yes.
And you're not a John, are you?
No.
You laughed the first time I said that, and you laugh now, but you laugh for different reasons.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I need to.
Well, I mean, let me hear what John is getting ready to tell us.
Yeah, yeah. So he's
John just showed back up to comment on it.
Yeah. Because John's gonna have to think this through now, right?
So now you see, right? This is exactly, you see it now. This is the perfect pointer because it just goes to show. You see how swiftly ego comes back in and starts to rebuild. Because you see that there's no John, and then John needs to think about this. Yeah, if you are, John is not going to get this.
No, I don't think he's going to get it.
No way he is it? It's perfectly ridiculous.
It doesn't matter, right? I guess.
No, it doesn't matter. So do you notice that actually that what happened here? I mean, did I wake you up today, or did I just help you see what's already going on?
Well, isn't it on those two things the same, right? So yeah.
Is that right? Are they the same thing?
Did you wake me up, or did you help me see what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, because what I mean is, I want you to look at it from a technical standpoint, because you're awakeness, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have the capacity for sleep? That'll be funny with a name like awakeness.
Got to take a break every now and again.
From what? To where?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go. So it's not, because if we refer to awake or not awake, we're talking about a unit, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. That's the reason that those very words, I try to preach them, people don't understand it, but it's true. The word is the word that he's awake and she's not, or she's awake and I'm not. that is all body centered.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So Buddha's great seeing. You ever read the Buddha story?
Yes. I'm familiar with it.
So great. So the Enlightenment story was, after all those years, Buddha didn't know who he was. He got frustrated. He's in the deer park with his friends.
Yeah.
He says, "I am leaving here."
Yeah.
So he does leave, and he goes up there, and he finds a place to lie down that afternoon or sit down that afternoon, and he puts his hand to the ground. And he says, "I'm not leaving here until I know the truth." Well, as luck would have it, the enlightenment did occur early that next morning, and I'm actually I'm going to share this with you. So I actually am the only person that, well, there's a few others that I've told, but I'm basically the only person that really knows what the Buddha's first thought was. As it wasn't the Buddha, he was just Siddhartha.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
So Siddhartha's first thought, the first thought that occurred there in post-awakening, I know what it was because I had it myself, which is, well, I can't teach this. Right? But the next thing he noticed was that the body stood up and started walking back toward the park because it couldn't not try.
Right.
Because of its compassion for the suffering. Right? So when the Buddha went back there and they said, "Whoa, Buddha, we can see your change." Your friends, they said, "Man, you've changed. Are you a man? Are you a god? Are you a demon? Or what?" And the Buddha's very famous answer is, "I am awake." Well, if he said that, it was his first sermon, and we need to cut him some slack. Because it's not that clear.
Right.
So I'm going to guess he didn't say that. I think this is what he said. He said, because when he said, "I am awake," what happened was that one monk elbowed the other and said, "Look at that. That unit just woke up. I can't wait till mine does." Right?
Right.
So I think that what the Buddha came out and said was, "I am awakeness."
Yes.
Yes. And then the disciples didn't know what he was talking about, like most of the people watching this. But I have taken a recording of the last few minutes. It doesn't have to go anywhere. I can destroy it. But okay, great, thank you. So now we're back to the fact that most people looking at this don't know what we're talking about either. Yep. But you're better off not knowing that you don't know what Buddha's talking about than thinking that you do when you don't.
Yes.
Because for thousands of years, these units have been wandering the earth, trying to wake each other up, trying to wake themselves up. Come on, what's wrong with you? I've taken you to the best teachers. I've given you the best books. I've beat your ass. I've starved your ass. Right?
Yeah.
Made you meditate till your knees went bad. You're still not getting it. Isn't that great?